Well, got some woes and some problems with the new ELog. It was working good so far, but then ran into a big hiccup this morning on this episode of
the Clutch Trucker Channel.
Clutch Trucker, filmed before a live and fuzzy studio audience. Yep, that's Rusty, the world-famous meatball dog. Hey YouTube, Clutch Trucker here. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Clutch Trucker Channel. Alright, here it is, Tuesday morning, the 13th. I'm sitting at a rest area in Indiana. Got here last night. I was trying to do a split sleeper berth, and hey, we've run into our first problem now with the new trucking office ELog. It was running fine over the weekend. I just did my 34 off. It ran fine yesterday, Monday. And so yesterday, after I delivered my load, that hazmat load, it did go to a place called Monessen, Pennsylvania, delivered yesterday morning. And then I had to wait a little while we were looking for another load, so I did 3 hours and 15 minutes off duty while we were looking. So that would have been the first half, or the first part of a split sleeper berth break, right? Then went and picked up, drove as far as I could till my clock ran out. You know, of course, that split sleeper berth, the first part, had stopped the 14, so I was able to run until about 9:30 last night. Got here at 9:15. I'm in a rest area here in Indiana. And then was going to wait out 7 because I should have been able to just do that 7 and 3 split. Well, here's where the that other warning thing had gone away over the weekend. But the new ELog trucking office is not honoring my split sleeper berth. I got up all ready to go so that when the 7 hours came up, I could just go on duty and get rolling again. So that way I could deliver. I have a window between 8 a.m. and noon. I wanted to be there towards the beginning of that window. Then if I needed to sit for another 3 hours, on off duty while we're looking for another load again, well, at least I got unloaded early, and I'm afraid if I show up later, well, now I might have to wait longer. So that's why I didn't want to do a full 10. Well, but now here I am having to do a full 10 because the ELog didn't recognize the second part of the sleeper berth break, which was all in the sleeper berth. So it stopped the 14 earlier with the shorter one. It should have honored then after the 7 hours in the sleeper berth. I should have gotten back 3 hours and 45 minutes of drive time. I should have gotten back 4.5 hours of on-duty time. And I'll show you, it's still showing red. See right there, you can see it shows I still have 47 minutes of drive time. I've had that since I got parked. But my on-duty is 0000 in red, showing I don't have any time right now. And I didn't get back any driving time. Even though, as you can see right now, I've been in the sleeper berth 6.6 hours past midnight. It started at 9:30 last night. I have now passed 9 hours in the sleeper berth, and it's obviously making me wait out the full 10, which is wrong. Now, if you've been watching my channel for a long time, you know, when they first changed the rules, what was that, back in 2020, in September, and I did a whole update about all the different changes in the rules and the changes they made to the split sleeper berth. And they made it so now both the short break and the long break both stop your 14. They took off a lot of the restrictions. The shorter one has to be at least 2 hours, but there's no limit. The longer one has to be at least 7 hours in the sleeper berth, where when you combine it with the other break, that they both have to equal at least 10. That's how it's written now. So I should have had time to make it down to my delivery. Starting at 4:30 this morning, I should have been able to go on duty, and I should have had 4.5 hours of on-duty time. Or no, more. I think it was even more than that. Because I had 4.5 hours of drive time. I think it was 5.5 of on-duty time. Anyway, and it didn't give it to me. So here's now the first problem with the new ELog. If it's not going to allow me to do splits the way I legally am allowed to do it, I mean, this is where on my paper log, I know I'm legally able to do it this way. I read all those rules so many times over and over and over for the split sleeper berth. I know what I'm talking about. And it's not honoring it for some reason. It honored that first break and it stopped the 14, so why isn't it honoring this one? I know a lot of people on a lot of different ELogs have complained that they have to hit a button saying pair with, to make the sleeper berth, or sleeper pair button or something. That's how a lot of, I think it's like the Omnitracks and others, That's how they dealt with the newer version of the split sleeper berth rule. This one doesn't have any button like that. I've looked all over it. So it's just not doing it right. So once I finally get rolling today, since I'm now having to wait another, 48 minutes at least before I can even go on duty, because it's making me wait out my full 10, even though I've been ready to roll. So now I'm gonna have to call support and say, what? Yep, so I'll call technical support once we get on the road today. Well, once they open. I think that's gonna be at 9 a.m. Eastern, so about 7:30 I should be able to go on duty. My 10 should finally be up, which I wasn't planning on doing, and I'll find out what the problem is. What do you think? Well, thanks for tuning in for that one. I got time to kill this morning since I'm up and ready to go, and yet I have to now finish waiting out this 10. I thought I'd throw this video together. Why not? Yep, we already lost the bandana. Took that off this morning. He kept getting his paws stuck in it. So that was making you violent, right? Yeah. All right, so he's going to get a begging strip before we get rolling this morning for helping me out. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe. Please like and comment. Get to your comments as soon as I can. Sometimes takes a couple of days because I'm a working truck driver. Clutch Trucker on Instagram, Clutch Trucker on Twitter, and that's where I put the Rusty stuff. And as always, sniff that magic YouTube fairy dust. Clutch and Rusty, out. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Commander? I got him. This is Commander Taggart. You know, I met you at the convention, and I was a little short with you, and I just want to, look, Commander, look, I know it's just a TV show, and I know it's not real or anything. Now, Brandon, listen, it's all real. I knew it! Here you go, there it goes. Oh, it bounced off your back. It's somewhere in your pet bed. Did you find it? Look. Oh, I see it. It's right up there. It's behind your tail. Turn around. You see it? Oh, he found it. Okay, good. So you got the cushion all set back, because we're in ready to roll mode here. Got my cooler down here, all set to go. Little did I know I'd be doing this video this morning, but we got time to kill, so why not, right, Rusty? And Rusty gets an extra begging strip, so that makes him a happy dog. Happy dog. Alrighty, yummy, yummy. Boy, you're eating through that quick. Alrighty, I think you got it. It's happy dog look. Rusty! Look up here, buddy. Hello? Rusty. Up here.